Tony and Elsie's Journey to the Village of Sharing. A special bedtime story for Tony. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling green hills, there lived a little boy named Tony. Tony had curly brown hair and twinkling blue eyes. He loved to explore and play with his best friend, Elsie. Elsie had bouncy red hair and a smile that could light up the darkest room. They were inseparable and always had the most wonderful adventures together. One sunny morning, Tony and Elsie were playing in the village square. They were swinging on the old wooden swing, feeling the wind in their hair, when they noticed a group of children playing with colorful balls. Tony's eyes sparkled with excitement, and he turned to Elsie, saying, "Elsie, let's go and play with them. It looks like so much fun." Elsie hesitated for a moment, her eyes downcast. "But Tony, what if they don't want to play with us? What if they already have their own group?" Tony smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Elsie. We can make new friends. Let's go and ask if we can join them." With newfound courage, Tony and Elsie approached the group of children. They were playing a game of catch, passing a colorful ball to each other. Tony took a deep breath and asked, "Can we play with you?" The children looked at Tony and Elsie, their faces filled with surprise. One of the children, named Sarah, smiled and said, "Of course. The more, the merrier." Tony and Elsie's hearts swelled with joy as they joined the game. They laughed and played, catching the ball and passing it with glee. The other children were kind and friendly, and soon, Tony and Elsie felt like they had known them forever. As the days went by, Tony and Elsie continued to play with their new friends. They discovered that the village was full of children who loved to play together. There were games of tag, hide and seek, and even a makeshift obstacle course. Tony and Elsie felt like they were part of something special, a big happy family. One afternoon, as they sat under the shade of a tall oak tree, Tony and Elsie realized something important. They had learned to share not only their toys, but also their friendship. They had opened their hearts and made room for new friends, just like Sarah and the others had done for them. It was a beautiful feeling, knowing that they were surrounded by so much love and friendship. From that day on, Tony and Elsie became ambassadors of sharing in the village. They encouraged other children to join their games and make new friends. The village became a livelier and happier place, filled with laughter and friendship. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with shades of orange and pink, Tony and Elsie sat on the swing once again. They looked at each other and smiled, knowing that their journey to the village of sharing had brought them more than just new friends. It had taught them a valuable lesson about kindness, inclusion, and the joy of sharing. As the moon rose high in the sky, Tony and Elsie bid farewell to their friends and headed home. They snuggled under their cozy blankets, their hearts filled with warmth and contentment. And as they drifted off to sleep, they knew that tomorrow would bring new adventures and new friends, all because they had learned the magic of sharing. And so, dear little Tony, remember the tale of Tony and Elsie's journey to the village of sharing. May it remind you to always be kind, to share your toys and your friendship, and to open your heart to new adventures and new friends. Good night, sweet dreams, and may your heart always be filled with the joy of sharing.